ready to read Chapter 3 in Against All Odds. Chapter 3 in the Sewer. Let me tell you a few things about storm sewers. First, they're dark, a little small and smelly. Even a big storm sewer is only a couple of meters tall. The small branch lines are so small you could wedge your shoulders in them and never get out. Second, this is the good news. A storm sewer only handles rainwater. The stuff you flush down a toilet or the muck that goes down your sink. It goes up through some other sewer. A storm sewer is only for rainwater or flood water, depending, and also gets street dirt, more oil, and more than little dog crap, which explains the smell. Most of the time, though, there's not much water in the sewer. There's a little stream that goes down the center, but it's not big enough to get your feet wet. There are little ledges on both sides. You can get up a little, even the water flow gets a bit heavy. When I was a kid, I used to play down in the storm sewers. I figured the system out pretty quick. Mostly the storm sewers go under the street, from catching basin to catch bison, manhole to manhole. Sometimes they join up to a bigger line. The big lines have water all the time. They end with big grates to stop branches and dead animals from washing into the river. I never went into the big storm sewer lines. I mean, it can be done to take chances, but I'm not a fool. For the life of me, I can't figure out why guys will hang on the storm sewer. You can play a game or two, maybe chase or tag or hide and seek. But there are only so many places to hide. And it's easy to get lost. Besides, they stink. There are sewers after all. But here we were, Jeff and me, making our way through the dark. With every step I took, I felt a little more stupid. What I was doing here, anyhow? What I was trying to prove? So where do your friends hang out? I asked. Not far, Jeff replied. Unless they're hiding, then we've got to find them. His voice was smiling. It was as if this was all some kind of game. Here, put your jacket on, I told him. It's as cold as a walk-in fridge down here. We can't move forward through the sewer tunnel. I've got a little problem with closing places. And that got worse at each step. Over our heads was dirt. Under our feet was a little stream of water. And all around us was darkness. This was like a Stephen King story. I kept expecting to get trapped by something. I kept waiting for something to jump out at us. How's over? I asked. Just ahead, around the corner, Jeff replied. That worked for me. There was a little light up ahead. I could see a cat's face in that lit in someday light. Human beings like us. We have this thing for light and make us feel good. Sewers are for water and dead things, not for us. No wonder I wanted out, but quick. Up ahead, there was a little bright spot in the gloom. It was a reminder that the sun was still shining someplace not here. We heard a noise. It sounded like a rat running on the concrete. Except that we don't have rats at Monton. So maybe it was Tang and his Dane moving from place to place. Hey, Carl. Hey, Tang, I want to talk to you. There was no reply, no voices, no movement. Your friends don't want to talk to me, I said to Jeff. They're hiding, my brother told me. We're all scared of you. Did my brother say we're all there? It was all so strange down in the sewers. Sounds seemed to bounce around from all over. Voices and squeaks sounded bigger in the tunnels. And then there was the sound of water, dripping water, always the water. All right, Tank, stop playing games, I shouted. The words bounced around the sewer, then back at me. Games, games, games. I've got something I've got something to say to you. You. There was a sound in the darkness, a whisper, then more sounds. People were moving around us, beside us, above us. But that was impossible. There was no room. Tank! I shouted. My voice was very high, and my throat pinched. More noises than a reply. You called? Asked the voice. A flashlight flipped on, and a beam of light shot up at Tang's fat face. In the dark, at that angle, his face looked like the mask of a dead man. I jumped back, frightened just a bit, and hit my head against the top of the tunnel. Better be careful, Larry, Tank said. You don't know your way down here. Then another voice came from the side, but we do. The flashlight moved to a point at me, and I was blinded for a second. We all froze in the tunnel, except for our breathing in a drip of water. Somewhere it was quiet. I was shaking a little, so I reached to touch one wall. Tank broke silence. You're a little shaky, Larry. Maybe you should have. Just leave, that is. If you can remember how you got here to begin with. They laughed all that maybe at the look on my face. This is getting out of control, I told myself. I had come down to lay down the law. I had come down here to keep them from bugging my barber. Now I was scared out of my head, and I looked like a fool. Listen, I began. I just want you guys to leave my barber alone. I tried to sound tough, like I was the guy in charge. But my voice was so high and seemed to end with a question mark. Alone, alone, alone. Maybe Barber doesn't want to be left alone, Larry. Tank replied. Maybe he's like us, better than he likes you. There was more laughter, and then the flashlight went off. In the darkness, I could hear running shoes in against the concrete. These little guys were running up, hiding in tunnels so small I'd never find them. And there was only silence around us, silence of my own breathing. I swore at them and at myself, then I turned to where my brother had been. Okay, Jeff, let's get out of here. No reply. I reached out in the darkness to grab him, but my hand touched nothing but air. Jeff! Jeff! There was more laughter way down in the tunnel somewhere. Jeff, how did we get out of here? I asked. Then screamed, "We've got to get out of here." Tune in next time to find out what Chapter 4 is about in this story.